Hey, what's going on, guys? This is going to be an unboxing video and a short little history lesson, I think, included with this, because I think that will help explain kind of what this is if you guys are unfamiliar. This is a model kit from Fujiri Model Company. I've never built anything from them. I'm not sure how much they've actually also produced, but here they've made this island. When I saw this come up for pre-order on HLJ, I really wanted to get this because I've been really interested in this island before, and I planned to go there years back, but it didn't really work out, but I would still like to visit there someday if I can. I know you're not really allowed on the island anymore, but I know you can kind of like tour it from the outside, sort of. Anyway, this is Gunkanjima. This is a model kit of the island. Gunkanjima is like the nickname. It means battleship island. The official name of the island is Hashima, but it basically was an old coal mining facility on this tiny little island near Nagasaki in Japan that I think in the 70s was just abandoned. The coal mine was drying up, and so basically everyone there on the island was just living there, was just the workers and everything for the coal mine. And so when the company was getting ready to pull out, just everyone just kind of left, and so everything is just kind of abandoned there as it was. It's sort of like similar to Chernobyl. I may have seen pictures from Chernobyl where like everything's just abandoned there from the town. It's kind of like that, except less radioactive. So it's a pretty interesting story. It's not so interesting though, of course, for all the Koreans who were forced to labor there. It's a kind of dark history, like from the eyes of Koreans, but it's an interesting island. I think if you guys are interested, maybe check out some more information about that online. But this is just a model kit of it. So just interesting box art here on the front. So you just got the island name Gunkanjima there, and it's in Japanese. And on the side here, we've got a little bit more about this. It's 1 to 3,000 scale, you can see there, and it also includes the list price. It was 2,600 yen, so not cheap, but it's interesting, and it's from a really small company, so that's not too out of the ordinary. So here on the side, I've just kind of got our color guide there, it looks like, but that's if you want to stick to the official colors. And then here is just kind of what it's going to look like there if you're going by the official painting. It does also include some water slides there for like the windows, basically windows for the buildings. And then here's a look at like exactly what you're gonna get in terms of like the runners. You get like the main island, and then runners for the different buildings and details and things. So let's open this up and see what we've got in here. Here is the runner, and we'll take a closer look at that here in a moment, but let's take a look at the other stuff we got in here. We've got this water effect part. So this is a kind of base plate for that. It's molded just in blue, and it's just got a texture on it here that's supposed to simulate water. So it looks okay. I think if you have the skills to like just use some clear epoxy or something like that to make some water, you could probably make that look a little bit better. But at 1/3000 scale, you're not really going to be seeing like every single wave or anything like that. So there is that. Here's the water slides. So as you can see, basically it's just a series of different types of windows, so whether you want to use whichever types of windows you want for the kit. And then you do also have the option of just using just plain stickers as well. I'm not sure who's going to buy this and then use these stickers on it, but you do, I guess, have that as an option if you don't want to use the water slides, but those are included there. And then we've got two things here. It seems like this one is more so just the color guide. So if you're painting the kit like in like how it was originally, there's a look at kind of how the colors are supposed to be. But then also it gives you the option of like how it looks now, how it's all just decrepit and there's some things missing. So if you really like this, it has you not using some of these parts here for like some of these structures that are now gone from that, and it has a whole bunch of more rubble, and obviously the paint scheme is much more diluted there. So if you want to paint it like that or like that, it does give you this reference image for that, which is pretty nice. And then this is the actual construction guide of where to place all the parts here. So it's pretty much just like the one part there for the base, and it tells you which parts to put everywhere along there. So pretty simple. It's also giving you a little bit here information about the waterside decals, where those are going to go on some of the buildings there, and a little bit how to use the waterside decals. And then just kind of, I think this is, I believe, I'd have to get out my translator app, but I believe this is telling you like what actually all of the buildings are. So like this would be apartments and other different, just labeling what the buildings are. It's all in Japanese. You can translate that if you want. But yeah, let's get a look at the runner here in closer detail. So there you go. Again, that's the main parts and then all the little details. It's not like really super detailed, to be honest. I mean, at 1/3000 scale, I'm not sure how really detailed you'd want it to be, or it could be. But if you take a look, especially like at some of the buildings, they're basically just like little blocks. But again, I have no experience building anything else of this scale, so I'm not really sure how this compares to other things that are typically made, model kits in this scale. We can see there's like the little cranes there and the little ship to put like in the water next to the island. So it's all pretty interesting though. That's kind of the main reason why I got this. Is it's just interesting. Just to give you an idea of how much space you have to work with here with this blue part, that's about how big the island is going to be within the space of the kind of blue water part there for that. So it's all pretty cool, I gotta say. It's a really interesting thing. I'm not sure if I'll eventually ultimately use this, or I might end up using this and maybe like cutting it, making it round or something. I'm not sure, but I'm not going to do like an out-of-box review or anything for this at the moment, because this is just something that you kind of like just build, and I don't think you guys really need an out-of-box review for it. But eventually, once I get around to actually building this up and painting it up, I'll maybe do a sort of work-in-progress video, and then of course I'll show you guys what the finished results look like. But I just wanted to do a quick little unboxing video for any of you guys who may be interested in this kit, or I'm sure this maybe flew under the radar for a lot of you guys as well, if you didn't see that come up on the pre-order option there. So for anyone who was interested in this kit, or maybe you find yourself to be interested in it now, check it out. Check out some information about the island too. I think it's a pretty unique. And that's about it, guys. So thanks for watching, and leave any other further questions and comments down below. I'll try to answer those if I can. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye. Thanks for watching. See you next time.